Hello, beautiful, amazing, fantastic world, and you, wonderful, wonderful individual. Today, I would like to speak about, well, the spiritual world and the spiritual work and esoteric practices should be fun. It should be exciting to get to learn and know about oneself. To wake up in the morning and today is a new day of, spiritual study. Sitting still and meditating, breathing, and using your imagination to, feed yourself uplifting thoughts, affecting your emotions in an optimistic way, directing your will and affecting it indirectly with your thoughts, and guiding yourself towards, stronger inner principles and, nurture your own inner foundations, really. This is actually very much enjoyable and very much healthy because think about it, good, uplifting, nurturing, gentle, warm beings that wish us well, that wish us to grow, to lift ourselves up towards them. Of course, not away from the earth development, but on earth. You see, there are certain substances on this earth that will over many, many lifetimes fall away because it cannot be spiritualized. That will be its own little sphere in the end of all development. But everything else will spiritualize. Everything else will become lighter, more spiritual, more loving, nurturing. Philadelphia, you know? So the more we cultivate it here and now, the foundations and the preparation for it, it will be to help and as a standard act of conduct, a foundation in your next incarnation. If you let your life pass by in this lifetime, you will lag behind in your next lifetime because you didn't take the opportunity to truly grow, learn, and understand the world. And that is why, it is never too late really, in any case, because grabbing a hold of who you are and to slowly but surely map out and to find out what your strengths, weaknesses are, where you can be of help to the world and so on, being creative, imaginative. I just studied the seven virtues, or the seven virtues as Rudolf Steiner presented them, and I like them very much. It gives the four first virtue is of the lower virtues. That it means brings a certain inner strength, sense of power and will, and more or less resolve. It is the first four are justice. If you truly can get a sense of justice by studying and growing over time, as you can though see, there is not a whole lot of justice reflected out in the physical world, but that is what we are building towards, so that we truly can start to. It is all about balance, balancing out and so on. And it is getting the sense of that. That means for whatever action and so on, it will give a result in the future. It's all about responsibility, you know? Then we have judgment. Judgment is to wisely direct and guide ourselves in the world by discerning what is healthy, what is good, what is beautiful, and what we should not, immerse ourselves with and be distracted by, that might be unhealthy and not of help to mankind, not sustainable. And having a certain judgment, it is not I judge you, but it is about having a certain discernment about what you guide yourself in the world by, and what morals and values you as an individual have. It is all about finding that individual inner strength, not what someone told you to do, right? And then we have fortitude or courage. Very important to have the courage to actually stick to your practice, even if the whole world was against you, to hold strong to the Christ or the practice you do. Of course, the Christ should always be, because he is a reality, a principle. The Christ principle, he is the etheric of this earth and is a reality right now to be. He is an aspiration for the future, a togetherness, no matter what creed, race, gender, religion, culture, anything. It shouldn't matter. We should connect individually, no matter who. That is the Christ. And to connect to that is, with fortitude and courage, is very helpful. It is a true resolve, a strong radiant shield against faithlessness and against despair, truly. And then we have prudence, which is more or less a summary of all the three. And that is carefully maneuver yourself with, and logically and with reason, and also with spiritual reason, truly the highest reason, maneuver in your life and to build and to strengthen what is needed for future. The three higher virtues are faith, love, hope. These are, as you can feel, the hope is down in our physical body. We are hopeful in our bodies. It is a certain state of our body. Then we have love in our etheric, which from the Christ, the love, through the warmth, the togetherness, the allowance of both being individuals and at the same time express our own uniqueness, and togetherness at the same time. That is the love, and to truly see every living thing, every single thing in creation as a creation of God and beautiful. And to know that the wise guidance of the world has a plan for all of this. And it is up to us to solve the riddle individually, find out what it is by finding out, being curious, wondrous. And then faith in our astral. That means we have faith that in higher worlds they are constantly helping us shape these three, the astral, etheric and physical, to become more and more spiritual, feeding ourselves spiritual things, because what we feed ourselves and who we are hanging around in the spiritual world is what we will become over time. The more we are associating with hierarchical beings, let's say, I personally am very much connected to Michael, the archangel. He is very much close to my heart, and by me constantly getting reminded of him and his splendid magnificence, his amazing light of truth, strength, and honor, love too. He is the countenance of God after all. And to have such beings, and of course the Christ, which was an amazing example in the past, you will transform yourself by being such, by having such heroes. Your heroes reflect what your interests are. And there we have the key word, interest. To put interest in something. And where you put your interest is very often where, well, the results and the gifts that you put your interest in will lead to. It is about what you build, what you put your interest in. And you choose interest. You can't don't have others choose the interests for you. Find out for yourself what is your interests, and let them be pure and noble and good. then you can help mankind by being creative and having a certain feeling for these things. So by following the 7 virtues as alive concepts within you, as I did, I tried to describe them as I get the sense for the words. They are beings after all, so I'm not that well versed in it, but I'm becoming better. And justice, judgment, fortitude, and prudence, they are faith, love, hope, they are all beings in a sense. They are all forces of realities that you can get a feel of. And to have them as realities within you strengthens your inner being. And it should be fun. It shouldn't be, you shouldn't be and you shouldn't be overly careless either. It is the perfect balance between carelessness and overly careful. Because if you are overly careful and cowardly, you will lose yourself away from the world. But if you're overly forceful, you will come to, lose yourself to the forces of the world. You will be dragged along by the world instead because you are too much impulsive in the world. So it's the perfect balance so that you don't go overboard. It is fun to have balance. It is fun to stay in the present moment and mastering oneself. Why shouldn't it be? The more you do it, the more it will pay off because you truly put your whole being into it, your interest. And that is what I will leave you with today. And may Father, Holy Spirit, Christ, Michael, higher hierarchy, ancient masters of old, ancestors from all incarnations, bless, protect, guide, and love you on your beautiful individual path to finding out what you are meant to cultivate and share with the world and with, our fellow soul group, because if we are connected. You feel that from the heart. We are kind of the same cloth, but we are individuals still. And there are people in every kind of different stages of development. So some of us will understand these symbol speeches and get a true grip, a feeling of it, and others will come along over time. We have faith in that. Hope. In love and hope. Faith, love, hope in that. So, thank you. Love you all. Goodbye.